Luxor launches a hosting marketplace for Bitcoin miners amidst build-out delays. So a lot of what's happening in cryptocurrency mining in general, I'm experiencing it too, is there's just a lot coming in. Areas where Bitcoin mining is, how would I put it? Where Bitcoin mining is growing, right? Are also experiencing massive growth outside of just Bitcoin as well, meaning that things like houses are being built, power companies are having to supply power to new houses, new businesses, as well as to cryptocurrency miners, which is delaying a lot of that. You also have a delay of the actual building of the cryptocurrency miners. It can put you in like weird positions where build out delays happen. The marketplace will offer hosting clients in the US and Canada, with miners able to have as little as one mining rig hosted by some providers. Luxor Technology, the full stack Bitcoin mining software and service provider, is launching a marketplace for miners where customers will be able to purchase hosting services for their mining rigs. Miners will be able to shop for hosting services when they buy Bitcoin mining computers through Luxor's brokerage service that was launched earlier this year. Luxor will essentially play the role of a broker, matching miners that need their machines plugged into a hosting provider. Luxor said that it has done over $100 million in trading through its mining rig brokerage service. Quote, Luxor's hosting marketplace enables miners to choose hosting providers that meet their unique operational and geographical requirements, end quote, Luxor Director of Business Development Aaron Foster said in a statement. Rather than a one-size-fits-all approach, Luxor aims to provide a white glove service that removes the uncertainty around hosting decisions, he added. In recent months, infrastructure and power supply related delays, as well as a lack of capital, have caused bottlenecks for miners in growing their operations, with more miners than places to plug them into. There have been widespread delays in infrastructure buildouts due to supply chain constraints, operational complexity, and power delays, Lauren Lin, Luxor's operations manager, told CoinDesk. These problems have led many investors, such as family offices, hedge funds, and high net worth individuals, to look at hosting options with established miners to get up and running. Hosting is the service that data centers provide to crypto miners, in which customers can store their ASICs and mine their preferred digital assets for a fee without having to build the accompanying infrastructure themselves. Bitcoin mining hosting can provide miners with the more favorable power rates than they can get at home, according to Luxor's statement. Luxor's hosting partners offer a range of rates and revenue profit sharing arrangements, as well as GPU and ASIC hosting, the statement added. The new marketplace will have hosting clients in the US and Canada, and miners will be able to have as little as one mining rig hosted by some providers, according to Luxor. Now, a word of warning with these hosting solutions, just to be clear, like we're seeing with ProDirect Mining, for example, I believe they've stopped now their hosting. And when we get into this bear market, a lot of the push comes to shove, and you end up in a position where you aren't guaranteed that these hosting facilities are going to continue to maintain the prices that they maintain and the services that they maintain. There's also, just as a fact, infrastructure challenges and repair challenges, a ton of different challenges when it comes to hosting that I don't think a lot of hosting facilities are prepared for, from 24/7 uptime to the fact that there is no redundancy in mining when you're talking about compared to traditional data centers. And it's a very new space. Also, from the perspective of Luxor in general, not to like dog on them a ton, because I don't like, obviously, like what they're doing is super awesome, like what they're trying to do, but always be like careful surrounding it. Like we've seen before, they've said things like they're in talks with Ethereum, and they're going to try to stop Ethereum from going proof of stake. They have very lofty goals, but the actual reality of the matter is they might not be able to do that, right? Like, I don't think they're going to convince Ethereum to go proof or stay proof of work. And so when you have that kind of attitude in a company at the top level, like we've done the interview with them talking about it, it makes me think that like they have, like I said, very high lofty goals, but they might not be able to follow through. And that's just being realistic. So be very careful with these types of services, especially because if they really, really go belly up and you got a miner sitting there, like, what's the likelihood that if they go bankrupt, they're going to be able to ship your miner back to you, right? It just makes me nervous. A lot of the hosting stuff makes me nervous. The more I look into it, the more I look into it from my perspective, because I was looking at building out, once my facility is built out with, 800 amps and all that, I was like, well, I could do some hosting service, but what does that really require, right? Even if you just do ASICs, you still got to have some sort of like 24/7 support service to make sure you're staying up, answering customer emails, doing all of that. And the cost of that is pretty significant, because you can't just have like some regular average Joe working for, a standard lower wage monitoring all the time. You need to have people that are familiar with like networking and all of that, right? And so the price of that goes up a lot. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.